Okay, so let's get back to creating students. And now that I have this loop, I'm going to be adding these students to the database. Okay, so let's create the commands to add the data. So I'm just gonna say this is gonna be the result of this operation, and this is actually an synchronous operation. And I'm gonna call the pool, which is right here, and I'm gonna query a SQL command, and that's going to be insert into students. And what are the columns that I'm going to use? And I'm going to be going back to my database and see what I got under students. Actually, I don't want to show this. This is a confidential information, so I'm going to go back to my old project that I'm using as a reference, and this is actually the sequence. Turn to students name and user. Actually, I'm just inserting a name because later on I will let the users edit each student. So just the name, okay? So let's just make this bigger. Insert into students name and the user ID, which is the teacher. In this case me, but later on different users. That's why it's a user ID. Insert into students name, user ID, values, and these are going to be placeholders. It's got two question marks. Insert into students name, user ID, the values that I'm going to say here in this array. And those values, let's just see, those values are going to be the name, which is the student over here, and that user ID is going to be request user. And where do I get that request from? So I'll just show here. So when I'm using students, I'm authenticating a user, okay? Because if you're gonna create students, you better be authenticated in my app. Otherwise, it's not gonna work, okay? So let's just go back and see authenticate users. And I can see that whenever the user is authenticated throughout the verification of the JWT token, um, some user is retrieved, and it's actually the user that is logged in, and that is saved in request user here in the middleware. So in the Express middleware, so I can actually use request user ID. I want the user ID, which is going to be, in the case of this user, that's going to be Andres Valencia, which is number 14. So the student is going to be under the user ID 14. Okay, so let's just go back to the app right here, and let's see what the result of this is. That result might have some information, and I want to see it. Let me see. And actually, this try catch has to go inside, because for each student, I'm going to do a try catch statement. Let's just see here. There you go. So actually, this is going to be dropped in a try catch statement. Sure. That result is going to be here. I want to see what that result is in a response JSON result. And if there's an error, I'll console log that error right here. There you go. Insert the student's name, user ID, value, student request, user ID. And let's give it a try and see if this gets saved into the database. I just need to check that I don't show any sensitive information before so I'm gonna pause the video. Okay, so I couldn't find a way to hide my information from the database, so I'm just gonna do the query here to see the new students that are inserted. Okay, so let's see, try this SQL command, student request user ID, show the result, and then show the students that were there. Okay, so let's just try here, see what happens. Juan and Sofia must enter the database. Send this, and there was a crash. Server crashed. Okay, so I sent the header twice. Header sent. That's what actually happened. Go back over here. I see what happens. So this shouldn't be in the loop. Okay, this is the loop over here. This catch error, yeah, once there was, if there's an error, everything has to stop. So I'll just return this. But if everything goes right, and this, oh, okay, so results, I'll have many results, so I can't log, maybe just log it here, but not send it as a response, and it should go outside of it, and and it's not this result, which is out of the scope. So let's just leave it like this, leave it outside for now. I'm just gonna console log that result, and here I will just say, data send, or send a status here, status, send status, uh, let's just say 2201, everything created, resource created. But here I'll be able to see what each result is. So I'm gonna have two logs here. This will be logged twice. So let's see, create it, and come on, just go back and go down, scroll down over here. And okay, this is each result is this affected rows 1. This is what I care about, and the field count affected rows 1. There you go. So that's what I want to work with. And if I go here in read all, the new student Sophia and the other student will be here. There you go. Juan and Sophia are here. No database yet. No date of birth yet. Oh my god, how many times was that created for? First time that I had the mistake that I didn't exclude the response JSON out of the loop, and these ones. And just go back over here, and I know that each result will give me an affected rows 1, and I'll work with that. Okay, next video.